Yo, 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 ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. The six-man convo is coming to you. Roll it. Hey, what's going on, people? What's going on? As you already know, man, it is Thursday afternoon with the six-man convo as I am your host, the Reckoner, Six-Man K-Styles. And to my stage, right, as you already know him as the Senator, Mad Mike Sports, a.k.a. He What Remains. And we have a third eye on the conversation with us today, as y'all have already seen him and been acquainted. We got Mr. Joe Got It 93. We got to come up with a nickname for him, Mike. What nickname you got? We got to give him a nickname.
Joe Jeezy.
Joe Jeezy.
Joe Jeezy is crazy.
Joe Jeezy. Hey, well,
I'll take it.
Hey, Joe Jeezy in the building, y'all. He said he approved of it. So, as we already know, man, we definitely appreciate the people that's in here now. Like I said, want to get a few more people in here before we start the conversation. So, as we are doing a little bit of waiting, we're going to give you some of that you waiting to pay your bills music. So, let's go ahead and do that right quick. Yeah, John, kind of do things a little different over here, as you see.
Waiting call theme song.
Hey, man, hey.
Little commercial.
Mike said, yeah, I know. Mike don't want to do that because he actually had people that want to come in and watch him. So I got to throw a little something different. Yeah. We got King Treyway, we got King Quest, we got my boy Dre, Workflow Dre in the building. Definitely shouts out to him. As you already know, he is the producer of a lot of the AFN Red and Black event videos that you see on the AFN channel. So y'all make sure y'all go ahead and check out Workflow Dre for all his work, and definitely say congratulations to him as well for moving up in the game. All right. I ain't got no Bama sense, so I really don't. As y'all hear it in my voice, I just woke up, so you already know what that means. That means this
a cup of water or something, man.
I know. I'm a little parched, as we like to say. JB, what's going on, man? Let's see if we can get. Hey. All right. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. I just want to throw a little music on there because we ain't want to do too much waiting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Joe Jeezy.
What it do?
Mike, how y'all been this afternoon, man?
Man, been blessed, man. Can't complain over here.
Okay. Mike, what the hell's going on? You said you got something special for me. What we doing here?
I just want to praise God. I want to praise God and thank God for giving me opportunity to speak my voice and continue to speak my voice and use our platform for good. So I want to get the pleasantries out.
Oh, Lord.
All praise to the one and only God. And
I'm just expecting some bullshit to come after this, man.
He really.
So I want to ask y'all a question, and be honest with me. So when it comes down to our fandom, whether it's good or bad, if I say I am what I am, is that final?
I mean, it just
If I
depends on.
say it, if I say that I am who I am, is that final? Like no discussion of anything. We can't even debate that. I say I am what I am. Can you debate that?
No,
No,
because that's you.
that's who you are. I mean, that's your opinion. That's that's you.
Hmm.
So if I said I was Superman, I can't fly. I ain't got the Superman's. I ain't got the S on my chest. Do y'all believe that I'm Superman?
No, no, because once you
So,
try that Superman, well, once you try that
so
Superman stuff, and you try to block a bullet and get your head blown off,
you see what I'm saying? Like you gotta have proof that you're Superman. You can't just say, "Oh, bitch, I'm Superman," right?
Yeah.
You gotta be able to fly. You gotta be able to stop. You gotta be able to see through walls and do all. You gotta have the red beam coming out of your eyes. You gotta have all that, right?
Right.
right.
So I'm saying all of this to say this, okay? Overall, I have to agree with this video, but Atlanta is going to be in these narratives as long as we look incompetent as a franchise. So the word here is incompetent. So in order for us to say that we are incompetent, you have to show proof of your incompetence. Am I right here, brothers?
Well,
Amen, my brother.
No,
I
you
say
can't
Amen.
just say you can't just say you're incompetent without being able to show proof, right?
Amen.
amen, brother.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, Jesus. So you can't just make up shit and just say, "Oh, I'm Superman." You know, I used to live with T.I. in his mansion, right? Ain't nobody gonna believe that bullshit. You gotta be able to show truth. You have to be able to show the facts, and the absolute motherfucking truth, right?
Yeah.
So when we talk about fandom, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I believe. I can believe that I am the best in the world, but in order for me to live up to that title, I gotta show proof, or else I'm just talking shit.
Yeah. Right
Okay?
about that. Yep.
So I say all of this just to say this right here. Incompetent is what I said. We look incompetent to the naysayers. I didn't call them incompetent. You overreacted on my post. It has been taken out of context. My fandom is not up for discussion. My expectation is to ride with the team, good or bad. That's the deal. Again, you have taken my comment out of context. So you use the word incompetence and then try to redefine what the word incompetence means. And then say my expectations are not up for debate. So again, Falcons fans and K-Styles and Joe got it. If I say I'm Superman, if I say I'm the Incredible Hulk, if I say I'm Senator Palpatine, if I say I am who? Darth Vader, y'all gotta believe me because it's not up for debate, right?
It's not up debate by what you said, but at the end of the day, somebody's gonna still debate it
Somebody
that
is
way.
Of
going to, so
course.
you
Of
have to
course.
show proof. Which gets back, since I stopped yelling, it gets back to my original point. As a fan, and this is the conversation that's going to go perfectly into what we're talking about at Kirk Cousins, saying you have to earn it. Who are we as a fan base to dictate and determine a team should what? earn our respect. What do we do as fans? Is it okay to say you're a fan of a team and just shit on this team every chance that they get? Or get upset because they didn't make the move that you thought they would make, that you weren't happy with? So who are we as fans to determine to say that they need to earn our respect? What are you doing as a fan to even put yourself in a position to say, all right, they need to earn my respect? What are you doing? And that's what we're talking about with this conversation with Kirk Cousins.
So we just literally just sat here and lined him up, lined him up just to be the example of the conversation tonight.
Exactly. I told you I had a treat for you. K-Style didn't know I had this coming, but I told her I had it for.
As though we've come to the end of the road. I'm just kidding, y'all. Yeah. Ray Fisher said just woke. The mouth hot in the motherfucker, boy. I damn sure is finna get some damn water. But Southside, Xavier Littman, you Suke, appreciate you coming in, man. So let's go ahead and start the conversation since Mike so eloquently in his professionalism has segued into the conversation tonight. Today's conversation is based on what I found on Bleacher Report. Kirk Cousins pretty much just came out and said in a statement as he saw the Falcons drafting a quarterback at 8, which Arthur Blank said he didn't think they was gonna have one at 8. He says he knows that he's going to have to earn it, which means he knows that he's on a short leash. So, Joe Jeezy, I'm gonna let you go ahead and run point on this. Give me your thoughts on what do you think about Kirk Cousins' mentality as far as the quarterback situation in Atlanta.
I mean, one thing, about that, it's a business. And sometimes I feel like Kurt, he was kind of blindsided about the quarterback situation. But at the same time, I mean, you got to look at the reality. Like, that's why I was saying about it last time we talked about, like, when you get to that certain, age, it's going to happen. Somebody going to be like, yeah, we're going to go to this direction here, and then we're going to try to, build them up and develop them and, replace you in the near future. It is what it is. Like I said, we were always kind of surprised by the draft and by the quarterback 8 because I thought it was going to be somewhere deep in the draft, and that's how Kirk Cousins felt. It was might be somebody he's going to develop, and maybe at least after like 3 years, he will be like, all right, maybe they're going to start him out. But I mean, it happens. That's just how I feel about it. I mean, I don't know. It's a wicked league. And I wasn't expecting Pitts to be taking that 8, but it's like I said, it's a dirty game in the NFL sometimes, and Kirk Cousins. I feel like Kirk Cousins is gonna have to ball out for 2 years straight because I'm telling you, as soon as he get that bad ankle or something like that, and then Michael come in there just go on fire. I mean, that's it. He gonna have to sit down there and collect that paycheck, and until it's over with, it's a dirty game when it comes to NFL. That's just how I feel. And then I mean, I don't know. Ernest keep. I mean, when you're in Atlanta, you gotta win. You gotta win something. That's the only way. We're going to change the narrative, especially with us, because we've been dying to win something. So.
Okay. Mike, how you want to follow that up, man? What do you think about? Kirk Cousins.
So what Joe just so eloquently stated that it don't matter if Kirk Cousins think he's an MVP. He gonna have to earn his, right. He got to show proof that he deserved that job, right.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We get right back to exactly what we talking about. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he think he is. It doesn't matter what Brandon Ayuk think he is. It doesn't matter whomever. You have to show proof. We live in a proof-driven society. It doesn't matter what I think I am. If you're not putting forth the effort, if you're not showing proof, if you're not giving me examples of your prior work, then who the hell are you for me to to demand something? You gotta show proof. Nobody wants to put forth the work. They just want people to say, "Yep, yeah, that man say he the shit. He the shit." No, no. Look, if I'm on Instagram, if I'm just searching Instagram and I'm looking for some big booties, okay? I need proof of the big booty. I don't want no girl just inboxing me in Instagram saying, "Hey, I got a big old booty." What you gonna do as a man? Hey, I need to see it, right?
I need a link.
Around here, we don't need catfish. I need to see that ass. Okay.
I need the link.
Show me that link. I don't need no surprises because these days, look, them transformer but they be coming out the woodwork. So I need proof that I'm looking at I'm looking at the real deal. So this is exactly what we're talking about. Living in a society where everybody wants what they want everybody to just take their word for it without the absolute work. You gotta put forth the effort. You gotta show this one.
Yeah, that is a fact. And like you said, I know we've kind of heard the stories about that may have been one of the major reasons why Kirk Cousins left Minnesota was because of the fact that they wanted to go with that succession plan like that, which is very interesting because when it came out was left Minnesota because he wanted to be paid more than just a 1 year deal.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the right mentality to have. Like you said, you got to earn your keep. If no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Not like you said, as a guy that's been in this league for as long as he has, and a guy who's put up numbers like he's had, and like you said, when you're looking at numbers, we ain't talking about just the yardage, but the touchdown to interception ratio. The expectations is a lot bigger for him than a lot of people would think, because now you in a situation where this team is looking to win now. So in order for at what they call them Kirko chains, to keep Kirko chains, they're gonna have to win football games.
Yes.
He be out of here because you got that rookie waiting. He waiting on the ring. They don't care nothing about what you did before. They don't care about what you think about yourself. You got to be able to put. You got to show the proof. You got to show me exactly what you want. You have to show.
Off the blank expectation, man. It's
exactly what you want.
It's triple now. He trying to win now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he done went that route of a young quarterback, and then he tried to rebuild with Matt Ryan, and then tried that out, and now he had to went through that 2 year of that bad seat through for a while now, and now he's like, look, like I'm 80-some years old, y'all. I gotta win now. I need to win now. I've been doing it for too long now. He trying to win now. He done got to taste that Super Bowl. Now he trying to get that back. And I feel him.
I got a question, kid.
Good. What you got?
We keep getting back to the word incompetence. So Like, what do you call incompetent? Like what do people like to? The reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of people just like to put the Atlanta Falcons as the only team in the league. It's just they don't win. Like we literally have a back-to-back champion. We see the Philadelphia Eagles. Most of the team we see the same 4 or 5 teams in the championships are close to the NFC championship, AFC championships. It's even the Ravens, the Steelers, Patriots for Ben, the 49ers, and then we've had um
Dallas.
Dallas. So we've had the same few teams. So when we talk about incompetence, like what makes the Atlanta Falcons incompetent? Because from what I understand, what incompetence is one, you're not consistent as far as building a champion, building a playoff worthy team, a team that's has the ability to not only have a top offense, um, and to consistently been in the win columns. Now, championships, I know a lot of people probably throw championships in there. They'll try to throw championships out there, but like what does incompetent organization even mean?
Uh, Incompetence. Well, first of all, I'm thinking about what incompetence is the inability to process, common sense.
Okay.
Now, when we're looking at the Falcons, and I'm trying to word this the way that you said it. You said, how would I know if a franchise is incompetent? It's incompetent is not willing to improve on a year to year basis. Incompetence is not being able to manage the cap. Incompetence is giving out bad contracts. Like you said, Falcons have had incompetent reigns, as I say, like years, but it's kind of like few and far between. Like I say, even with Thomas Dimitrov, or who I like to call Smithers,
What?
yeah, I call him Smithers because if you put it side by side with Thomas Dimitrov and Smithers, they look exactly the same.
Wow.
It's like,
Now,
right.
now we know him for the 2012 draft class, the draft class that didn't last no more than 4 years in the NFL. We know him from the Tat McKinley pick over T.J. Watt, Buda Baker, Dalvin Cook, and all them.
That hurt. That hurt.
But like I said, those are examples of incompetent moments within this team. Like you said, given the Robert Alford contract, given the Devontae Freeman contract before Matt Ryan, and now the next Matt Ryan contract you had to give him about $10 million more. Where if you would have took care of it, you'd have paid $10 million less.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So those are moments where what you saying.
Yeah, those are more moments. Now, if we're talking about incompetent franchises. Those are the guys that year in and year out always doing some goofy shit.
I mean, we ain't far from there now. Like,
but you see what I'm talking. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about like it's like consistently every single year. See, the last 3 years was payment from the previous 5 years beforehand.
Yeah.
Right here, this right here. This is when you talk about incompetent. They have been down there 20, 30 years. That's what you call competent. See, a lot of people with K Styles, and I'm gonna be real quick here. A lot of
Go
people,
do that.
everybody, they think in having incompetent moments as the franchise being incompetent altogether. Those are just moments. Everybody gonna have a moment where, all right, I thought this guy was gonna be good, but he wasn't good. Now we got to wait 4 years for his contract to run out. Those incompetent moments. So if you're doing the same
Mhm.
thing over and over again, you knew you need a quarterback, the Jets, and you keep drafting defensive tackle, defensive lineman, defensive like cornerbacks. Like those are the things you talk about incompetent. Incompetent, you just brought in Aaron Rodgers that was what 40 years old, and you expect him to come in and lead you to a Super Bowl. That's incompetent. You're not drafting the right guys. You're not doing everything possible to bring in those guys. That's what we talk about. Incompetent.
Mhm.
I think Detroit
JB,
number one.
said, bro.
JB, no, I mean, Detroit number one. I think.
hmm it wasn't until these last 3 years for Detroit where now they're actually being meaningful as far as the way that they're building the team. Because you have to remember, let me give you an example with Detroit. After they drafted Joey Harrington in 2003,
Oh boy, that was a bad pick. I didn't even know when it happened.
they drafted three wide receivers in the top five for 3 years in a row. Well, I take that back. 4 years in a row.
Yep.
I think two
And
out of
Calvin Johnson was the one they hit on.
and Roy Williams.
Roy hit, but the consistency wasn't there. Like I said, you could blame that on Joey Harrington and stuff as well. But like I said, Charles Rogers was the one that they thought was going to be the next Herman Moore.
Mm-hmm.
RIP, God rest his soul, because I know he passed a few years ago. But Charles Rogers wasn't worth a damn. Failing drug tests, couldn't stay healthy. So they tried it with Roy Williams the next year. Productive, but he didn't want to stay there. He ended up with Dallas. Tried it with Mike Williams the very next year. Couldn't put the cheeseburgers down and got fat. So those are the moments of, and then like you said, after you get Calvin Johnson, okay, 2 years down the line, you get Matt Stafford. So yes, you got a couple building blocks, like I said, the Indomitian Sues, but you ain't building the foundation for the team.
Right.
And you going through I give you the word. I give you a better damn example. The damn Raiders.
Yep.
The Raiders was even worse.
Yeah. After that Super Bowl with Tampa Bay, that was it.
See, the thing is too with incompetence, people see the thing is people get it all twisted. When you the Falcons have always done they've drafted position, they drafted the right way, right? They brought in wide receivers, they brought in running backs, we drafted quarterbacks. And then you look at defensively, we brought in free agent defensive linemen, guys like Ray Edwards, uh, you know, it's on the tip of my tongue. Dante Fowler Jr. Like you brought in guys like that, and then you draft a guy like Jamal Anderson and Tack McKinley. Like that's not incompetence. Like they're investing in each position. What K Style was explaining with Detroit Lions, like it was incompetent because they kept doing the same thing every year. It's like Raiders. Every year y'all trying to draft a fast running back, the best athlete, and that shit never works. That's incompetence because you're trying to force something to be what it is. It's like Dallas. Dallas still trying to rebuild. They still to this day trying to rebuild what they did in '90. in the 94, 95, 96. They still try to do that to this day, and it's not working. That's incompetence. Trying to do the same thing over and over and over again, and you getting the same result. That's incompetence.
Mm. Mm.
That
Mm,
Dallas
mm, mm.
ain't never changing unless Jerry leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry said he's going out in the
Uh,
grave before he get that job up.
he definitely dying under that stadium. Respectfully. Respectfully.
he
Hell
probably got
yeah.
it in his he probably got it in his will that
Probably
they
got
gonna
it.
rename
He
the
probably
state.
got the coffin under there right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he talking
Like
about
Johnson,
undercover
Jimmy Johnson
shiesty.
still not invited. I was like, dang.
Exactly. So undercover shiesty here said, "What's up, Falcon? Rise up." Yeah. Mike Williams didn't put the Big Macs down, and he ended up being Big Mac,
Oh
Big
boy.
Mike. That's what he ended up being. Leo said New Orleans still trying to relive 2009.
Again, that's incompetence. And that's what people. That's why I say you got to be careful, especially with this crew over here. You got to be careful with the words that you use because incompetent isn't unlucky. Oh hell yeah! Okay, if I could do it like Stone Cold, I would have did it. But look, if we talking about unlucky, one of the most unlucky franchises, boy, the Atlanta Falcons is the poster. We are the poster child of unlucky. Just like the Atlanta Braves, unlucky. The Hawks, unlucky. Trey Young, he getting his foot caught on a real foot. Like that's unlucky. So we talking about unlucky. All right, throw the Atlanta Falcons, but incompetent.
Right. John here has a question here, and Joe, we're gonna let you go ahead and take off on this question. So John asks, which is more foundational to building a team, coaching or players?
Ooh boy.
I don't know. In this generation, you need coaching. So I go with coaching because you never know what you may get, and all it takes is just that one special coach that might find that that one flaw that you been working on, and then you might turn out great. So that me personally, I think coaching.
Mm. You know what? And you know what, y'all? I agree with him because the thing about it is you need the mentor, you need the teacher, you need the right people to teach these guys not only on the field but have the energy to make guys want to run through a brick wall for you.
Mm-hmm.
Especially these days, they need it now more than ever.
Yeah, because the thing about it is, it's good. You can make the case that having players is important to building a foundation too. But if you got great players with bad coaching, you're gonna have a bunch of great players wanting to leave after year one.
Yeah.
If you have great coaching with a bunch of mediocre players, you can get a lot more out of that. And that's where the Falcons have went with this route they had. Mike, I'm gonna let you go ahead and answer that. I need to go ahead and pull this quote up, right? I need to go ahead and pull this soundbite up. I'm gonna let you go ahead and answer that question.
I agree. Joe. You can't. We can sit up here and talk about all the great players that we had that have had that had the skill. I mean, look at Robert Alford, for example. He's a prime example of having all the ability and skill, but like he wasn't put in a lot of the right. Like Vic Beasley, he's another one of them. If anybody, it's Vic Beasley. It's the poster child
Oh man, what?
having all the athletic ability, but Dan Quinn, like he just tried to force him to be a defensive end. He was not that. He was a Michael Parsons before Michael Parsons came. So it's like you got to use these guys in the way that we're accustomed. Like another thing I always say, Julio Jones was he was a tight end in a wide receiver's body. Julio Jones was a tight end and a wide receiver's body. This dude, like I've seen him run over linebackers twice his size. I mean, these dudes are huge, and Julio just run through them like it's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a guy like Fred Warner go for 60 yards after the get. Like this dude is he was a physical beast. Okay, nothing about Julio was normal. All right, so when you have these types of guys, you have to know how to use them. We say this all the time with a guy like Anton Smith. Y'all remember Anton Smith? For the love of God, we could not understand why this man did not get enough snaps. Okay? We had this dude every time he touched the ball, he made
It was money.
referee wouldn't give him the damn ball. So of course you can have great players all you want, but if you're not using these guys in the proper position in the proper manner, it's like none of that matters. Coaching what matters, man.
Try to tell you. Because there's a lot of great players that just couldn't make it as far as the future because of bad coaching. Like Calvin, that's why I feel like Detroit is right up there because they had 2 Hall of Famers that left early in their prime. Because they know deep down they it's a franchise where they was at.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't do it. Man. Big Bees, that hurt me a lot. I ain't gonna lie, because after Dwight Freeney left, I don't know what happened. Me and my partner were talking about this. Somebody need to interview Vic Bees and be like, what happened after that year? Like that right there, that just blows my mind. Every time I think about that question. Like, what happened to Vic Beasley that year? Ain't no way you went from 16 and a half sacks and then just dropped.
Well, the thing about it is, and I'm gonna just go off of my perspective of it, was Vic Beasley was one of those guys that needed certain people around to motivate.
Facts. You can tell.
And the thing about it, that was one of the most underrated aspects of what not only Dwight Freeney did for him, but Courtney Upshaw as well. Because these were guys that he could look up to, and knew these was guys that he was part of the game. Because you have to remember, Vic Beasley was killing them with that Dwight Freeney spin move, that same spin move. He was killing them with it.
Yep. And everybody.
But like you said, when Dwight Freeney left, and like you said, this is why I also have to put the faults on Dan Quinn as well, because this was also a bad part in time with Dan Quinn too. Is sometimes he let his ego get the best of him too, and like you said, playing players in certain positions they didn't need to be in, and he tried to turn Vic Beasley into an outside linebacker, in which he's a 3-4 outside linebacker in itself, but we running a 3-4, and that shit ain't gonna work.
Yeah. But he light on the ground.
Yeah, but
light as hell.
Yeah. But like you said, this is where coaches, this is where those veteran players come into play. And this is why a guy like a Kirk Cousins is an essential part of the development of Michael Penix Jr. Because you got that veteran that you can lean into, learn from. Like you said, a guy that's seen a lot of stuff, but a guy who's actually produced a lot of stuff in this league.
Yeah.
The playoff record is what it is at this point. Like you said, if you look at most of the quarterbacks in the league right now, most of these damn quarterbacks ain't winning shit in the playoffs no damn way. There's maybe only 2 or 3 of them that have a positive playoff record. But if the mentor has put enough skin in the game with the mentee who has a high ceiling, the more Kirk Cousins play, the better Michael Penix get.
Facts. Yep.
Because like I said, if we come down to a situation after we just paid Kirk Cousins this money, and all of a sudden Michael Penix end up being the starter day one without no injury, that's where the incompetent moment kicks in right there.
Mm.
What you got to say on that, Mike?
Man, I'm hoping you keep talking. I got chips all in my damn. Uh,
I mean, eat the chips.
man moment
Eat.
like that. Okay, I'm having a fat man moment. All right, so are we talking about this on this comment right here?
Listen, speaking of bad luck, it's just our luck that we got back-to-back coaches who specialize in one position and they completely got over their heads coaching. He's talking about Dan. He was talking about Dan Quinn and Arthur Smith.
There's nothing wrong with a head coach having one skill. There's nothing wrong with that. This is why you need guys like K Styles, who's better at hosting than I am. Not that I'm not good at hosting shows. I am, but like like me. I revel in you know in having my moments. Like, you know what I'm saying? Being schematic, being able to answer questions and a certain fact. That's where my strength lies. Like K Style is the same. Like it's not that he's not good in being where I am. It's like he shines at being a host. He knows how to ask the right questions. He knows when somebody's irritated and kind of calm them down. He knows when somebody hasn't been hasn't been talking. So he's like he recognizes all of those things. Those are the skills being a host that you have to be good at. Like K Styles is very good at that. So like I said, at the end of the day, man, it's like you got to be able to have those different. You have to have that one skill, but know what your weaknesses are, so I can bring in a head coach, for example, like Dan Quinn, who's a defensive guy. He pretty much specializes in getting defensive linemen to be more athletic and get after the court. He's more of a pass rusher. So you need to bring in a defensive tackle or defensive line coach that specializes in stopping the run, something that he did not do. He did not do that. So that's why the Falcons struggled at stopping the run, because he wanted a team full of pass rushers. So it's nothing wrong with having like one special, because they look at Bill Belichick, for example. Can we actually say that he's a quarterback guru? Absolutely not. He had one quarterback, one great quarterback, that's Joe Bledsoe in there, but like he had two quarterbacks his whole fucking career. Nobody say but he gets labeled a quarterback guru because he got one good quarterback in Tom Brady, who happened just to be the quote unquote the GOAT. So it's like it's nothing wrong with having that one skill.
Okay. Hold on, let me see if I can let me make sure y'all can hear this clip. So this is definitely shout out to the Pivot podcast, and they were talking to Raheem Morris himself. Let me see if y'all can hear that.
Defense is amazing too.
They're not. Okay. They're not. I'm gonna challenge you. Like and this is name a better safety than Jesse Bates. This is all. No, don't you give me that look. The three names we know: Jesse Bates, we know AJ Terrell, we know Grady Jarrett. Everybody else, you don't know David. Everybody else, we trying to figure out they gonna be. You know Argemata? I do know him. Okay, you got a nasty attitude. I do have a nasty attitude because those are the now we're gonna make this a sports. so I'm gonna win. So tell me, so I'm gonna win. How y'all gonna get a stop? I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win this argument. How y'all gonna get a stop, coach? Because we got some dudes on our team and I got a lot of belief in. Right, because you know what it is? This thing that we play is like ultimate role clarity. And you know what it is? If you give a guy a role and he owns it and he takes that thing and he runs with it, then people start to know him. They become household names. And that's what we want, right? I'm gonna breed this belief in my guys. I promise you. We're gonna be all right.
The defense is amazing.
Did y'all hear that?
AKA Styles. That's exactly what I just said. You give him a role, he becomes a household name. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. I know my role, K Styles know his role, everybody know their role, and that's why everything works the way it works, because everybody knows their damn role. Know your role.
Shout out to Mark Cheney. As y'all know, last night me and Mike got a chance to kind of speak with him a little bit. My apologies, homie. Had to hop off because we had the show literally say about 7 minutes before as we was going into it. So I had to hop off there. So like I said, definitely if we do a redo again, we have more time. I won't hop off next time. So definitely shout out to Mark for a great conversation we had. So Joe, what do you think about that clip? Ultimate role clarity.
Man, look, that whole interview in general would just like made me want to watch it again because that tells you right there that mindset and that DNA that he gonna put in the A as far as that defense. I'm telling you, there's gonna be a lot of sleepers that folks don't know about. And as far as like the role, I'm glad that Raheem knows like what to do and who to put in that position and brings that out of them because that's why I'm so anxious to see what he gonna do for this team because it's just that you just feel that energy in him and they push that in you and this you want like dang I believe in myself. I feel like I can do this and I'm telling you that's what I'm saying like this defense gonna be a sleeper this year, especially on that defensive line. I'm telling you, that's gonna be a problem down there. So I'm very excited.
But the thing about that I appreciated in that clip, like I said, I have to watch the whole interview because that's the first thing I've seen from it was that clip itself, which I heard so I'm gonna check it out. But the energy that Raheem Morris has and the belief of the guys that he's coaching, that right there makes you run through brick walls right there.
Mm-hmm. Huh? You should have seen. Did you seen him mic'd up yet? They dropped that too.
Oh, I gotta check that out too. I told you I literally woke up right before we did the damn show, so I'm gonna check it out. But yeah, that like you said, that right there, that right there is what the biggest difference in a coach that could take a team somewhere and a coach that could take a team nowhere, and it just starts with energy.
Yeah.
Another thing too.
Go ahead.
You see how he didn't allow, and this is what I mean about being a true fan. You do not allow anybody to talk shit about your thing. He was like, no, you're not about to do this.
Right. You got a whole Deion jersey on, ain't gonna slander me.
You don't retweet and say, you know what? Yeah, all right, man, we don't ass. Like, no, We may not be that now, but like this is what I mean. When we say you guys aren't real fans, is because if I see somebody Stephen A. Smith talking shit about, I don't give a fuck how bad we are. You not about to talk about my team. You don't even watch us. You don't even give us 30 minutes on y'all broadcast. Y'all don't give us 5 minutes on your broadcast. So you not about to talk. That's exactly what I like about Rob. He shut that shit down. He shut that shit down. You're not about to talk about my Falcons.
Right.
He said, I'm gonna promise you. I felt that. He was like, I'm gonna promise you. We're gonna be all right.
Look. And definitely shout out to Auntie Pam in the building, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all show her some love. Auntie Pam, appreciate you joining us. But like you said, and that's also a type of coach right there where a guy may want to stay in Atlanta for cheaper the price. Did you ever think about that?
No, I can see that because he can tell he got that guy love for Atlanta. And then one thing I love about Rob, the history. Like he felt that when that Super Bowl hit, he felt that he was like, and then I felt like when that interview happened, he was like, yeah, I gotta go in on this one. Like, gotta bring one for the A. So yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Right. Yeah, Mark said, yeah, like he said it was straight gas. I like that. Mike, is there any cuts that we should be aware of right now? Any training camp news? Because I didn't really see anything today.
There is John Vick was released along with Dylan Matthews, I think his name is, the wide receiver. He was released, but John Patrick, a quarterback, kind of shocked me to be honest. But it really didn't. I kind of alluded to it in the video that I made a few minutes
Okay.
before, but they cut John Paddock, quarterback John Paddock. He
I
wasn't
kind of figured.
snaps anyway, so
I kind of figured that. So I have a. So I have a question. This is a or B question, or A, B, or C question. And we're just going just off the coaching and the consistency of the team. Jim Moore Jr., Dan Quinn, Bobby Petrino, or Arthur Smith. Which one of those four do you think was the absolute worst for the Falcons at the time they coached?
You said
oh,
like the worst?
Jim Morris Jr. That man, look, he was everybody's best friend. Fuck all that shit. Nah, somebody quitting to be up here, goddamn, being everybody's damn friend. That team was so talented, but he was just everybody damn. Who the fuck likes every damn body?
You hit Jim?
Jim Moore Jr.
He like every damn body. He don't he.
Yeah.
He nowhere near his daddy. Like, look, I'd rather for you to quit than sit up there and like every damn body with that fake ass crap. Like that shit fake as hell. He everybody. I'm just a player. Like that's why your ass sucked in college too. Everybody ain't gonna friend.
I say Bobby.
Yeah, got LT in the building, man. Definitely shout out to LT. Said Raheem Morris understands that you don't have to have superstars. As long as coaches are doing their job, you get the most out. How good people think that.
Dang, did my boy cut out? Mike, you hear me?
Oh shit, my bad.
I think my boy done cut off.
Oh, it's probably K-Style on probably. But Raheem understand that he don't have to have superstars as long as coaches are doing their job. You'll get the most out of your players, no matter how good people think they are. And that goes back to what I was saying before, man. It's like you gotta have you must have you have to have that ability to put guys in the right place. And I think that's the thing that I miss most about that nine the '98 team. It's like they didn't have a lot of superstars. Like they had one guy that you can say was really a superstar on defense, and that was Jesse Tuggle. Like that's it. So like Ray Pooh, he was a good corner, but like nobody thought he was a star. Nobody thought that Jamal Anderson was a star. Like everybody gave up on Chris Chandler because of his injuries and stuff. So it's like you don't need superstars in order to win championship. You need good players.
Mm-hmm. All right, my bad. I'm still trying to put the damn Wi-Fi on my phone and want to act the fool, so I said I had to cut that shit off. So it's all love. So Joe, you said Bobby Petrino, man. Explain to us. Yeah. I mean, we probably already know why, but like you said, just for the sake of conversation.
That's like the wildest shit ever. Like, like you already know the story. It's just like how you just gonna leave a note and just dip off like that just because you wanted to come here just to coach Vic, which I understand, but damn.
You say he left a note under the bathroom sink. Sorry, Ma.
Man, he probably got a shot of airplane through the facility and just drove off at the same time before they even see him. Straight to Arkansas.
Exactly. But them players was mad as hell about that too, and I don't blame them because, like you said, you felt like the guy who was running the ship abandoned ship before the season even ended. It, like you said, it was one thing that you did it after the season ended. You literally did it right before the season ended.
Right.
That motherfucker was like, bro, man, he like, sorry, I used up all your toilet paper.
Hold
Didn't you
up.
see the?
I just,
Didn't you
I
see?
just,
Didn't you see the note I left under the bathroom sink?
but JB wild on that one. Said Chris Chandler is poor man's Matt Ryan. That's why I don't know about that one.
Nah,
I was Chris
nah.
Chandler in the '90s. I ain't even, you know me. I was like 5. I was Chris Chandler around that time. Was he really a poor man's Matt Ryan?
Chris Chandler, he had a lot of concussion problems. He was kind of on and off. He was an on and off type of quarterback. When he had real good, when he was real good, he was real good. When he was bad. But the
He,
thing, the one thing about him was he kept taking too many headshots,
yeah.
and that's essentially what it was. So I can't
He
even
was
put
mad.
him in the
He was
mix,
mad. He was Matt Hasselbeck
basically.
Man, Hasselbeck.
Hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
when he was good.
That's crazy.
Southside said Chris Chandler
Hold
was a poor man's Chris Chandler.
Right.
on. I would get them two mixed up. Tim and this Matt Hasselbeck.
Nah, he was Matt Hasselback. I give you a Matt Hasselback. Again, now Tim Hasselback wasn't shit. Um,
Yeah. Okay. That's his brother. Okay.
yeah,
I
yeah.
always get them mixed up.
Matt Hasselback was the one that actually was good for a point now. Tim Hasselback was
Hmm.
shining up clipboards on the sideline.
That's it. You be like, hey, I'm Matt's brother. That's it. That's it.
Trauma here said I didn't like Arthur Smith at all. I ain't even give him a chance to be real, but I was right. I'm
Right
gonna say
about
this
what?
about look. I'm gonna say this about Arthur Smith. Hart was in the right place when he first got in, and we kind of gave him a chance because they was in a salary cap situation where they had to work with what they had.
Hmm.
I think the problem was once they started getting too many big names out the draft or too many popular players, he didn't adapt to it. I mean, because the thing is, when you have to think about it, when you're used to coaching players that really are no names, you're able to kind of get away with things, and you don't have a lot of spotlight. But what ended up happening was once you started bringing in Drake London, Bijan Robinson, once you started getting, like you said, when you have Desmond Ritter, who you kind of mismanaged, or um, what I say, you tried to do too much with him and actually made the situation worse. That's where his ego came into play right there.
Hmm. Hmm.
So so that's why
Smith had that FedEx mentality. For real, for real. I don't know what they believe in Arthur Smith anyway when they hired him. Hey, my boy
I
out again.
mean,
we're gonna go ahead. Go ahead, Mike.
good. I like he was a good coach. The thing is, man, it's like you gotta have the right pieces around you, even on your coaching staff. Like you have Dave Ragone as your offense coordinator. Ain't never did nothing. He's never done anything. What are you trying to accomplish with Dave Ragone? Like, what he gonna tell you? Build spaceships? Like, he can't do. He not good at football.
Build spaceships. That motherfucker couldn't even build a cabin with Lincoln logs. What are we talking
Couldn't build a playbook. So
about? Yeah. So that's where the ego but that goes back to what we talking about with the ego, because you have to think about it. The closest thing you had to a real quarterback coach, you had him as a wide receiver coach. You didn't have any more other. You didn't have any other quarterback coaches, and you had an offensive coordinator that, let's be honest with you, wasn't
trash,
worth shit.
hot garbage.
hmm So you essentially put the team in a bad situation with your ego.
Man, love some
See,
tight end though.
so yeah, but we're gonna go ahead and start winding it down here. Once again, Joe Jeezy, appreciate you coming on with us, man. As usual, we love the conversation, man.
Oh yeah, man. All's well, man. I just happy to be here. You already know the vibes.
Hey man, make sure you go ahead and plug it to the people where they find your channel at as well, man. Just go ahead and plug it again for 'em.
If you don't know, follow us on Dirty Bird Club _podcast. If they don't pop up, just type in Dez and Joel. Again, Dirty Bird Club podcast _podcast. So
Okay. Okay, yeah. Make sure y'all go ahead and we gonna definitely put it on the community tabs again. So if y'all didn't catch it last time, let you go ahead and show some love. Like I said, appreciate everybody tuning in. We trying to get Mad Mike Sports to 10K. He is almost there, so we need some of you raggedy, some of my bitches that ain't subscribed to go ahead and subscribe. We trying to get Mike to 10K.
yes, sir.
Um,
Oh yeah.
oh, you said what?
We
Yeah,
we
go
we
ahead.
we at 15. That Mike network is going up, but goddamn, like every subscribing to every other damn channel. We getting all the channels on we getting all the subscribers on the Heavy Hitters. We getting it on Mad Mike Network. We getting it on AFM. We getting it 6 man. But we
Georgia
gotta
Sports
get Mad
Nation.
Mike. All right, man. Sports 10K.
Hey man, like I always say, man, System K Live channel. Make sure you go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you show your boy some love, because it's not just love you showing to me, but it's love you showing to the whole crew, the whole family, and all of you itself. Because over here, the conversation is more important than the emotion. So until next time, people, we ain't here to play. I said we ain't here to play. We, we here to stay. Okay,
Yeah.
My man.
JB said y'all got more channels than
Hey, man,
Comcast.
it's true.
I think he on his other channel right now.
Boy, that boy got that GPT chat
10K.
talking for him now.
It sound like a whole
You,
AI.
y'all ain't gotta go home, but
But
I,
yeah.
y'all get y'all can have the rest of your afternoon. And remember, there's nothing wrong with being a villain, because every hero needs a villain in order to be a hero. Deuces.